Second edition of the top 10 players in college football 25 Ultimate Team under the 75K mark. 10 brand new players, no one from the first version. Starting out at number 10, one of only 2 base cards in this entire video, we have got Patrick Payton. A great combination of speed at the defensive end position with 82 and height at 6'5". Weight also isn't too bad at 254 pounds. The only downside to this card is his strength and block shed isn't really there at 72 and 74, but he does give you 82 power move, or I believe that is finesse move. Sorry, my eyes deceived me. 82 speed, 6'5" is all you need to know for this defensive end, and he only costs around 30,000 coins. Next up, we got the cheapest card on this list, and I think a card everybody should at least have as a second or third string defensive tackle, and I'm just going to say Samu. Samu, the 81 overall story of the week defensive tackle. All you need to know about this card is he has 75 speed, which is 1 speed lower than the fastest D tackle, under 75,000 coins, and he's 380 pounds. He is probably a top 5 or 6, maybe even a top 3 defensive tackle in the entire game, and he's under 10,000 coins. Everybody should have this card on their team. If you want extended coverage of the market and how I make my coins in college football 25, subscribe to the Coin Bible exclusively on Team Get Lucky. Coming in at number 8 is the last and final base card in this video, and it's Isaiah Neyor, the wide receiver from Nebraska. He recently just got under 75,000 coins, partially due to another receiver I guess I could talk about in a little bit, but 83 speed and 6'3", again, tied for the fastest speed under 75,000 coins for a receiver, and he's the tallest of the bunch. There are a few other 83 speed base receivers, but they're all 6 foot, 6'1", or 6'2". Now, if you have a little bit more coins, or maybe you wait a week, there is a receiver that is 110K, Jeremiah Smith, that is 85 speed, one of the best receivers in the entire game, but he is a little bit expensive, a little bit out of that price range of 75,000 coins, but nevertheless, Isaiah Neyor makes the list at number 8. At number 7, we got the first of many defensive backs in this video in DJ McKinney. Quite simply put, you are paying for height and speed at the cornerback position, which is very, very rare to find. 82 speed, 6'2", not the best zone coverage at 78, but hits the man coverage lower threshold of 80 at 82. Also decent press for 81. He also comes in at only 20,000 coins, is very, very cheap. At worst, can be a slot corner for a lot of the best teams in the game. Staying in the in case you missed it promo, we've got Nick Martin. Not the fastest and not the best middle linebacker you can find under 75,000 coins, but very similar to DJ McKinney. He is very, very cheap at only 20,000 coins, and you are paying for 82 speed and 6 foot. Also, all promo cards in this video or non-base cards are going to get abilities based on what stats or thresholds they unlock. So Nick Martin is probably going to get potentially a secure tackler if his tackle is good enough. It's 81. I believe that is good enough for that secure tackle ability. That is 2 or 3 AP. We all know how good running backs are at breaking tackles. Block shed, zone coverage is definitely not his strength, but if you user him, zone coverage doesn't matter because you are controlling, the player. Cracking the top 5 is going to be one of the fastest outside linebackers you can find for a bargain. Once again, this card is involved in the Story of the Week promo. Only 82 overall, and only around 25,000 coins. You'll kind of notice throughout this video, I don't have all the cards that are at 60 to 75k range, but there's a lot of guys that are really, really cheap that you should add to your team. Now, the pros and cons of Michael Harris. He's got 83 speed, so he is up there with the fastest outside linebackers in the game. Now, he is not going to be good with engaging in a block, trying to either get a block shed in the run or a pass rush move, in a passing play. But can user him, right? Only 6 foot, but 83 speed can definitely move. And then as well as if you have a blitz or you're sitting all out pressure, if he's coming in free with 83 speed, he doesn't have to, use that 75 power finesse move or 65 power move or 69 block shed. A free rusher, Michael Harris, is going to be one of the fastest pass rushers in the game. Speaking of a pass rusher, we've got Joshua Josephs coming in at number 4. 6'3", 83 speed, 242 weight. That is very similar to a card that just came out this past weekend in LTD Von Miller. The only difference between the cards, Von Miller is 400,000 coins and Joshua Josephs is 40,000 coins. Of course, Von Miller is going to get certain abilities that Joshua Josephs does not get, but in my opinion, I have Von Miller. He doesn't get the best abilities in the game either. Now, Joshua Josephs also is going to have 83 finesse moves, so he is going to be decent with just rushing the passer on the edge. Block shed isn't the best at 75, so I would say against the run is probably his weakness, but one of the best budget defensive ends, edge rushers in the entire game. The first and only legend to make the top 10. A lot of these 83 overall legends are very good budget options compared to their 85s. I'm very curious to see, or now 86s you could say with Chris Johnson, very curious to see how they keep up the 83 overall cards in comparison to the new 86s we get every single Sunday. But just this past Sunday, we got one of the best 83 overall legends in the game in Chris Johnson. Now his full card has 86 speed, or 87 speed, sorry, missed up the number there. But this 83 Chris Johnson has 84 speed. I believe he's the only running back in the game at around this overall price to hit the 84 speed threshold. We just got Jonathan Taylor, in case you missed it, 86 overall. He goes for 200,000 coins and it's got 84 speed. We also have Todd Gurley, 85 overall, in case you missed it with 84 speed. He goes for 95,000 coins. Chris Johnson only goes for 45,000 coins. So if you need a running back with really the likes of a top 5 running back in terms of speed, Chris Johnson, 83 overall legend, is going to be your guy. And this is the card on this list that I think gets the biggest chuckle out of me, out of any card on this list, and I'll show you why. Dalen Everett, cornerback out of Georgia. 83 speed, 6'1". His prices is varying. He could go anywhere from 50 to 60 to in the low 70s. It really depends on the time of day when you look up Dalen Everett, but on average, he goes for the mid 50,000 coins, right? Speed is really good at 83, 6'1". The weird thing is he has an 85 overall version as base card with the same speed at 83. And if you could guess his price, it's around 300,000 coins. So you are paying a 5th or a 6th, I think, if the math is right, for this 83 overall version of Dalen Everett. And you're getting the same speed and, of course, the same measurables, the same player. It's just stats like zone coverage, man coverage, and other measurables are going to be a little bit less. But if we're being honest, those don't really matter. When it comes to a defensive back, the only thing that matters is that speed and height. And you are pretty much getting a baby version of the card, but he's the same speed as the full version. Doesn't really make sense, but hey, it's why it's number 2 on this list. And if you're looking for a budget corner, really all 83 plus speed corners at 85 overall are going to be going for at least 300,000 coins. Dalen Everett is in the mid 50s. You should pick him up for your squad. But at number 1, and now I have cheated a little bit with this card, King Mac. He goes for in the low 80 to 85,000 coins, but maybe in a day or two, he gets under that 75,000 coin mark. Really, the 83 overall story of the week cards, when they come out, they should just drop in price over time as they get packed. And I mean, I don't think there's an explanation for this card. He's short, I'll give you that. He's 5'10", his man coverage is not good. He is a pure zone coverage defensive back. But he's got 85 speed. And if you look at any other 85 speed defensive back in the entire game, they are going for at least 275k, if not 300,000 coins. King Mac is going to go for 1/4 of that price, sorry. 85 speed, 5'10", Penn State Nittany Lion. If you've been lacking at defensive backs, because let's be honest, EA has not released many of them. We have Minka Fitzpatrick, Derwin James, but they're 400,000 coins. King Mac is your guy. He's your budget option. Around 80 to 85,000 coins. He is cracking, or he is number 1 on this version of the top 10 budget beast in College Football 25 Ultimate Team.